if I did not have music and I didn't have, another outlet, I would be in jail right now.
Oh, damn.
I would be behind bars.
That extreme.
I'm so serious. I feel like God is playing his course. And, if I am amongst these big names at my young age, it means that, there's a part that I play. There's something about my writing that plays into the message that is supposed to be infiltrated into, the rest of the society. So
Yes, what up? Vous savez déjà qu'est-ce qui se passe. You already know what it is, man. We're on the spot. It's 11 MTL. It's your boy J7. And today we got a really, really special guest. How can I say? I mean, her soulful music, her angelic voice has been making waves on a worldwide level. And today is a special occasion. We're taking it from Minnesota to Bamenda, all the way to all around the world, right down to here in Montreal, Quebec, on the spot with J7. And I'm sitting with the one and only Libianca in the house. What's up, girl?
I'm chilling. Happy to be here.
Nice to have you.
Yeah.
It's really dope to have you here. But first, I want to just say congratulations on all your success in the last year. I mean, it's really impressive to see. So you deserve that congratulations. And I was wondering, is it your first visit here in Canada?
No, it's my second.
Oh, okay.
The last time I was here was on tour with Alicia Keys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. Get into that. Congratulations on that.
Thank
you
you.
Pass by Montreal on that trip?
No, where did we go?
Probably Toronto.
Toronto, yeah. It was Toronto.
Okay. Well, welcome to Montreal.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here. I know you have the Cameroon background. I have to ask, do you have a little bit of French lingo? Do you speak a little bit of French? Or?
Yeah. Je connais parler petit du langue. Mais,
okay.
I don't like to do
No,
too much
ça fait plaisir. Just to hear the couple of words is nice, you know what I mean? It makes us feel comfortable. Okay. So since this is your first visit here in Montreal, did you get the chance to visit the city, enjoy a little bit the city?
Not yet. Honestly, we definitely did enjoy when we came to Toronto because we played a bunch of games with the water guns. We just ran the streets of downtown.
Oh, for real?
And just played with the Nerf guns or water guns.
Is that how it goes down on tour?
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yep.
Okay, it's always
you got to play
fun
hard
times.
if you're gonna work hard, right?
100%.
So,
100%.
We haven't really toured yet.
But I see you had time to have some good desserts out here while you're visiting. So at least you get a little taste of the gastronomy here in Montreal.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you're about to perform at the Afrobeats festival.
Yeah.
Which is it's been happening for years, this festival. It's really cool that you're participating in it. And what I feel is dope is that I'm wondering, how do you feel to be one of the voices that's taking part of the Afro music worldwide takeover right now? Because you're definitely one of the top names that comes up when we talk about it.
I feel good. Feel like God is playing his course. And if I am amongst these big names at my young age, it means that, there's a part that I play. There's something about my writing that plays into the message that is supposed to be infiltrated into, the rest of the society. So
100%.
I feel honored.
It's dope. It's dope to have you here. And
Thank you.
every dope artist, there's a story behind it. Obviously, we know that everything happened very fast for you, but it was a long process. Did you have any moment in time where you were like, maybe this business is not for me? Because, every good artist kind of goes through that doubt period, right?
Yeah. A few months before people had blown up, I was ready to quit.
Wow.
I was ready to be done. I was like, bro.
Literally a couple months before.
Yeah, man. I was like, this shit is not working. I'm not seeing any movement. After I came off The Voice, I was like, it's supposed to be giving more. You know what I'm saying? I need some stuff going on, but it wasn't moving, and I was just like, maybe it's not meant for me.
Wow.
Because I've been working at this my whole life, and my best friend, he told me, he's like, don't ever say that shit again. He nipped it in the bud. It was like a tough love moment. He was like, don't ever say that shit again. You're gonna keep doing it, okay?
That's dope.
Even if it doesn't come as quick as you want or whatever the hell, you're gonna keep doing it. I'm like, okay. So I kept doing it.
That's fire. That's a testament to the importance of who's around you, right, as an artist, because
Oh
sometimes
yeah.
it's very easy to get to lose your motivation or to lose
Yeah.
hope sometimes, right?
Yeah, you can definitely become your closest five. So pick wisely.
That's interesting. And you know, like I said, it's been a long road.
Yeah.
You've done The Voice, you've done a bunch of songs and collabs for many years. How does it go? Like, is it hard to deal with, even on a mental level and stuff, to go from an artist trying to make her place in the industry to going viral and literally being everywhere, you know, one day to the next?
Initially, it's really important how you get accustomed to the life changes because it's very abrupt and it's like, you know what I'm saying, things change drastically. But I think the most stressful part was accepting how much things had changed. After that, getting used to and, you know, adjusting my mind accordingly. It's smooth. It's pretty smooth.
But what do you mean accepting? Like, accepting like the
Okay, so
fanfare,
yeah,
accepting that kind of stuff?
no, so basically you are your worst critic. And so, you know, there's a lot of things that happen when someone blows up. There's a lot of positive and there's a lot of negative. So if you choose to pay attention to the negative instead of the positive, that's what's going to seep into your mind. And then you
100%.
start, you know, speaking down on yourself. There's the imposter syndrome. And I chose not to go that route. I chose to go in the route where, you know what? I am the shit. You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to be
I
here.
am fucking talented.
There you go.
I am here because I'm supposed to be here.
Fire.
And yeah, I'm not looking for anybody's validation and whatnot. I'm just happy. I'm just
100%.
happy.
You got to stand on it. I mean,
Yeah.
especially when you've been doing it for a long time. And like we said, you've done different shows and platforms that kind of confirm that you're kind of supposed to be here, right?
Yeah.
So it's dope to see. So we all know People is the song that got your name buzzing everywhere on a worldwide level. Beautiful song, obviously. Did you know it was special once you recorded it?
No, I was just really bearing my heart out. I feel like for creatives, for people who create art, the work of art, like sometimes the best pieces of art that you create come from your most down moments, like
100%.
the moments where you can't seem to find the light to keep you going. That's where like the best art is created sometimes. And so that's basically what happened. And I didn't really see anything special about it. I was just like, well, I'm gonna post this tomorrow, and hopefully it can help somebody feel better.
on.
I wasn't expecting it to, you know what I'm saying? Because like I haven't had a song that hit done that by that time.
And
so
you
I'm just
posted
like,
that song like any other song you would post or whatnot?
yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And it's true because I'm a big fan of like introspective music and when people really dig into their feelings, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So obviously it's easy for people to connect with it and it's really dope. And what I think is special about that song is not only that you hit success in the music industry, but you spark conversations. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like conversations that aren't necessarily the easiest to have depending who it is, sometimes men, sometimes different communities, you know what I mean? So is that like a win-win for you in a way?
It honestly is. It really, really is. Like I got some more money in my pocket.
There you go.
And I got, you know, a lot more fans that I genuinely connect to. And a lot of people, especially in the African community, their eyes have opened to certain things that we don't like to talk about in African households. Usually, most of the time, you come and tell your father, "Oh, Daddy, I'm depressed," and he will look at you. What are you depressed for?
Get back
you know
to
what I'm
work.
saying? Exactly. Like
Yeah.
I pay the bills. You know, I make sure you're good. You have a roof over your head. You have the food to eat. Why are you depressed?
What
It's
is
like
there to
sometimes
complain
it's not
about, right?
it's not about the material things that are around. Like it's about what I am feeding my body and what I'm feeding my soul and the people I'm around. Like all of that shit can play a part into mental health. And so I'm glad that it definitely created some type of space or at least opened up the way for those type of conversations to not be shunned.
Absolutely.
So
I think it's really
yeah.
important. I mean, I'm
a win-win.
Lebanese, Arab communities is kind of the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not something that uh, people are usually open to talk about and
Yeah.
stuff. But I feel like with those kind of songs and stuff, like I said, it sparks conversations and it all starts from there, right?
Yeah.
Really dope, really dope. Has music always been like a vessel for you to release your feelings, your stress? Has it always been that kind of thing?
100%. If I did not have music and I didn't have, you know, another outlet, I would be in jail right now.
Oh, damn.
I would be behind bars.
That extreme.
I'm so serious. The reason why I'm so vulnerable in my music is because I don't have a choice but to be. Like, it's my form of therapy. Like, that's how I heal and that's how I process. So if I don't have that, then everything is suppressed and it comes out in different ways
Which
that
could
are
be
most
negative
likely
sometimes.
exactly.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's really interesting. And you know, like sometimes people will see an artist and will always think like, oh, they're making money or they're successful. They don't need to worry about this or that.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody's still human, right? At
Yeah.
the end. And I'm sure you've gotten a lot of messages and testimonies of people that are like, hey, this song helped me through this, through that.
Yeah.
Does those kind of messages, does it help you get better in a certain way? Sometimes you might be having a bad day or whatnot.
100%. Like, it makes my whole day to see the power of words, the power of melodies.
Absolutely.
You know, you combine the melodies with the perfect words and you can speak straight to someone's soul without knowing their name, without ever meeting them. And I feel like that is like the most amazing thing ever. So when I get these messages from supporters that are like, you have really like changed my life with this song, and I was in a low place where I didn't know how I was going to get out, and because of you I saw a light because I felt like I could relate to somebody.
Absolutely.
And that's just the most precious thing. Like, that's the reason why I do this shit, man. Like,
100%.
because if I had all of the money and everything and it was just, you know, I'm not really impacting, you know, anyone, I'm not really like really touching anyone's soul, then what's the point? I might as well just, you know what I'm saying, just go do something else.
I feel like people underestimate the power of words, like you said.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's exactly that. Like, when I heard the song, like, I love Afro music, right? I listen to it all the time and this and that. But when I heard that song, I was like, hold on, like, let me listen to this again. Like, she's not on a party vibe. She's
You
not,
know, it's
she's
a little
actually saying
different.
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little different.
And anybody, like I said, whether it's a man, woman, young, old, anybody
Yes.
can relate to that because everybody's had those moments, right?
Exactly, yeah.
It's really dope. Now, there's remixes of the song. There's all kinds of versions and stuff, which is really dope to see. The Afro remix, the Latin remix. I even seen, I think it was Lotto posted in her story recently. She was like, yo, this is my song or whatnot. Has there been any artists or personalities that you were surprised that kind of connected to your music?
I remember like at the very, very beginning, Hazel E.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she's the, I was,
Hazel E. She was on like reality TV and
yes,
stuff like that.
yes. So I was like, wait, hold on, wait a minute. Like, Hazel, you fuck on my shit? Okay, cool. That, like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Like, at first I was like, oh, okay. But then once like the days start to go by and just like seeing how it's impacting different people from like different walks of life, different ethnicities, that like it doesn't really matter, because I mean, speaking straight to the soul, I guess,
Fire.
right? So
It's fire. It must be special as an artist to see those reactions. Obviously when it's fans, but when it's like maybe people that you've looked up to or you've listened to before, you know, it's kind of dope to see.
That is the whole point as a creative, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we are highly sensitive, and that's for a reason. Gotta channel it the right way and use it the right way, and you find yourself touching so many people's hearts. And the big hits that people like to chase after, like, oh yeah, numbers, all of that can come to you if you just like gave a fuck
Bare
about
your soul.
everyone else. Yeah, just bare your soul.
I
and
try
just,
to
like,
tell that to artists because a lot of the artists I sit with, their biggest hits came from, oh, I was feeling down, I wrote something, or I did something
they
quick
had
in the studio.
to dig deep to just feel lighter. And
Or even sometimes it's stuff that they don't think about.
Yeah.
Like, they don't plan to say, hey, we're going to do this for radio.
No,
they just do a
you
song
just
and
let
it
it be, just let it happen, right?
100%.
Let it be natural.
What I like about your music too, is, I like Ja. I think that's the latest single.
Yeah.
Love that joint.
Thank you very much.
Love it. And what I like about your music is every time I hear a song, we get like a piece of you. You know, like even on Thank You,
Yeah.
where you shout out your family. And I did hear the Je t'aime in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I hear
you
the
know,
little French
little
words.
something,
I see
little
you.
français.
So when I hear that, it's like, I'm curious to know, who are the artists that kind of inspired you to do music? Growing up, when you're young, you know, who were the ones that you were like, oh man, I want to do this?
When I was young, there was a lot of R&B in my household.
Okay.
Like, a lot. Beyonce, obviously Shakira, Chris Brown, Keisha Cole,
Okay.
Kanye West,
Fire.
the whole Young Money
That
team.
era.
Yeah, like that.
You were vibing to Bedrock and
That was
stuff.
it. Absolutely.
Okay.
Too young to be vibing to Bedrock, but I sure was. Yeah. Okay.
Dope.
Yeah.
Also, I heard, I mean, I got to shout her out because I did hear something about a babysitter that inspired you to like.
Yes.
That was something too. So it wasn't only artists that you would see on TV. There
No.
was people around you that kind
No.
of inspired you to do it.
Victoire is her name, by the way.
Oh, okay. Shout out Victoire.
But she just had the most beautiful voice, and I remember like every time she would like walk around the house doing chores and she would be singing, and I just felt something when she sang, and I was like, I want to make myself feel that way when she's not around, and I started singing.
But that's when you hear somebody singing from their soul, right? Like it all
Yes.
comes down to the same thing.
Yes.
So you mentioned Young Money and Kanye and this and that. I mean, I got to point that out because when I heard, I think it was Woman, I see you like dropping little flows here and there. Are we
Yeah.
going to hear more of like Libianca spitting bars a little bit, or is just depending how you feel?
No, definitely.
Okay.
Because I get bored easily. I don't want to put myself in a box where people just expect to hear just R&B, Afro, or
just
like, you know what I'm
deep
saying?
music and
Yeah,
stuff.
no, like you're gonna hear a
Yeah.
mixture. You're gonna hear all my influences in my music. So yes, right now I am finishing up my EP with the team.
Okay.
And it is very raw. There would have to be a trigger warning on that. So, but it's very raw and it's very diverse. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing a little bit of spitting.
Okay.
Not like, you know what I'm saying, rapping like J. Cole or something, but
No,
you
that's
know, a
little
little
flavors.
something. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I heard there's gonna be some surprises on the EP. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the word in the street. I don't
Yeah.
know if you want to drop anything, you're more than welcome. But if not, we're gonna keep it moving. I know you grew up in Africa, part of your life, and in
Yeah.
Cameroon, and you grew up also in Minnesota. What are the main differences for you, like growing up here and growing up there? Because it is two totally different cultures and stuff. Right?
Yeah. Back home, you have a certain type of freedom that you can't attain in the States.
Freedom, you mean like it's more safe, it's more everybody knows everybody kind of thing, or?
I mean, like every place, every country has, places that aren't safe and places that are safe. So it's not necessarily about that. It's just like at home in Cameroon, I can tell my mom, yo, I'm going to my friend's house. And she's like, all right, cool. And I just walk out. Like I just walk to my friend's house because it's walking distance. I just walk there.
And everybody knows everybody, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now I walk back. But in America, it's a hell no. I need their parents' number. I need this, that, and the third because there's so many things that could happen that you don't, you know what I'm saying? You just don't know. But yeah, that's what I mean in terms of freedom, because I could never understand how in Cameroon I'll be able to just leave the house and go where I wanted to. And then when I came to America, I can't go nowhere. Like, I'm stuck at home.
That's
So,
interesting. It's
yeah.
similar to our cultures too. Like
Yes.
it's kind of the same thing. It's funny to see.
It's crazy, right?
And and there's a big African community here in Montreal. Big shout out to la communauté africaine. West, east, north, south, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Shout out le 237, of course. And every African I know, even the talented artists and stuff, they come from a household where like you got to get yourself a degree before you go full on in music.
Yeah.
Was that the case with you, or was it like follow your dream, do what you want to do?
Sometimes I really think, do I want a child like me? Because now that I'm getting older, I'm getting in my parents' shoes, and I'm like, I'm something to deal with. So I told them, I'm like, here's the deal, I'm not going to college no more. I just
Really? Was that difficult for them to accept?
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't care because I always thought, like, this is my life, and what I choose to do with it is my decision. And I would rather, take the time to focus 100% on what I know I want to do for the rest of my life, rather than finish this off and then we've got over $200K in student loans sitting waiting for us to pay back.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to get into the agenda of the system. That's the whole point of the system, and I just don't want to be a part of that. Just let me chase this music thing full time, and let's see how it goes. And I told my mom, and she was like, okay. I was too scared to tell my dad, and I just never told him. Like,
Oh, damn.
I feel like he just came to find out somehow, probably through my mom.
And at what point did you see that they were like fully supportive or fully into your music career?
They've always been, actually. So from like the first time that my dad had heard me sing, I remember we sang a gospel song together, and then he started managing me, and then my mom was paying for my voice lessons, and guitar lessons. Like, they were very supportive.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so there wasn't too much pushback when I was like, hey, I'm not going to school no more, because, you know, they knew that at least I have some talent.
They knew you had something.
If I was ass at it,
no, of course, that's a different story.
J7, if I was shit at it, it would have been a completely different story. They would be like, you need to stay your ass to school.
Pick up that book and go study.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. So
that's dope. That's dope to see that the support system was there.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the Alicia Keys tour. I mean, that's something special. I mean, for any artist, anybody that appreciates music. So I'm just wondering, like, how did you get that call? How did you find out that, like, you're about to hit the road with Alicia Keys, the legendary Alicia Keys?
So the way I am, I have management, and so because I have management, I'm free to just do whatever the hell I want, really. And so
they take care of the boring
stuff. Yes, I don't want to do the boring stuff. But I'm prancing around. I think I was writing a song or something at the time, and my manager comes in, and he's just like, okay, so Alicia wants you to go on tour with her. I'm like, what are you talking about? Alicia who? Alicia Keys or Alicia Dore? Anyways, that was funny. But he was like, no, Alicia Keys. I'm like, wait a minute. And I was just so lit at the opportunity, because it's Alicia Keys. That is one of the artists that I grew up on. You know what I mean? Like, watched her perform, and just to be able to experience that in person, and not only that, but, you know, share a stage with her was kind of fucking cool.
Absolutely.
That was really cool.
Absolutely.
Like, what,
she's a legend in the game.
Exactly. What are you saying? Like, bro, I'm like 22, 23, and I'm, you know, going on tour with Alicia Keys. I am more than happy.
That's dope.
So yeah, it was a great experience. I got to learn a lot. I got to watch her perform and take some pointers, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because like
sometimes
artists go on tour with some other big names, and they might not necessarily have time to kick it with them or chill or spend time. Like, did you get time to actually kick it with her? Did she share some gems with you?
I had time to talk, but not for long, to be honest, because I mean, she got her own agenda and I got mine, you know what I'm saying? Like, she going on stage for 2 to 3 hours, and then she comes off exhausted and everything, and
normal. I'm
going on, and I'm just done. When I'm done, I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying, go on to the next things I need to be working on. I was finishing my EP as well while on tour. So yeah.
But that's dope. I mean, if you're working on the EP and you catch Swizzy or something in the backstage,
I know, right?
Just send me a little pack, right? No, I'm just saying.
Seriously. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Exactly. You got to let it be known, right? Yeah. You mentioned The Voice. You did The Voice, I think it was 2020 or 2021. And it's kind of a challenging thing to, as talented as you can be, you know, going on those shows back to back, and the millions of people watching. Yeah. Did that help your development as an artist for the live shows that you're doing these days?
It definitely did. I feel like I would have completely bombed the BET performance if I didn't go through The Voice before. Yeah.
Beautiful performance, by the way.
Thank
that was
you
like
so much.
on the red carpet, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful
performance.
Thank you.
That was one of my favorites.
You had the crowd, like, it was dope, because the crowd that's there is usually there to turn up and whatnot.
Yes.
And then when you got on, it's like everybody was in a trance watching and appreciating the music.
Honestly, I remember how it went. They had told everyone, like, you know, like, wave your hands, look excited, right? And so I saw them move from, like, robotic to actually enjoying themselves. And I was like, okay, I'm doing good.
No, it was fire. Because even me, I was watching it and I was like, hey, I wonder how this is going to go over. Because it's usually on those red carpets, it's more a hype vibe.
It's more of a hype vibe, yeah.
And you came through with your, and it's like everybody was just zoned in on you. You know what I mean? Very dope. And congratulations on the award.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
International Viewers' Choice Award.
Yeah, man.
First artist from Cameroon to get that award, right?
Yeah.
Must be special.
It's very special to be putting my country on the map.
100%.
Definitely. 100%. Every chance I get, I'll let you know where I'm from.
There you go, man. 237 in the building.
Exactly.
If I was to ask you a quick random question, what's your favorite thing and least favorite thing about touring?
Favorite thing is being on stage. Least favorite thing is everything else. Because
we're almost done, Libianca. Don't worry, we're almost done. I'm messing with you.
No, I feel like everything else is what makes it tiring. And so like I have to force myself to really just, have everything I need in order to be present and pass my time, or else I'm just gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, okay, what are we doing? I'm getting irritated, or there's this and going there, oh, we gotta solve this issue, da da da. And all of that just to be on the stage. That's fine. I'll sacrifice what I need to. The stage is the best part. Everything else, not so much.
True artist.
The driving
at heart.
around and
I feel
but
you.
we got to do it, right?
Yeah,
So,
100%.
exactly.
You know what I mean? We got to sit with you. We got to let the people know who's the legendary people on the come up. You know what I mean? So it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
And before we get out of here, I mean, I did mention the BET Award. There is a VMA nomination as well, right?
Yeah.
MTV VMA nomination, which is pretty fire. I think
dope.
That's coming up soon. What's next for Libianca and for the rest of 2023?
I will continue to make life my bitch.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm a dog walk that hoe. Yeah, just live. Just live.
I'm a dog walk that hoe. Okay.
Just live like there's no tomorrow, right? And live as if I am in tomorrow, if that makes sense, right? So yeah,
100%.
I'm just going to just continue living and continue experiencing so that I can create the music that can feed my supporters and help them become the best version of themselves. I say this all the time. That's my goal. I want to see them smiling when I come out to a show and you're like, hey, Olivia, I'm like, hey, how you doing? And you tell me you're doing good. You're actually doing good. You're not doing good, I'll give you a hug after the show. We're going to talk. But
that's dope.
Yeah, that's just really what it is. Performing, that's like the best part. I get to see all of my supporters and make new friends and
100%.
new connections while hopping from place to place. So that's really just what it's going to be.
It's so dope. When we talk to you, we really get to see both sides of your background. Like we get to see the African side, and then when you drop I'm a dog walk that hoe, I'm like, okay.
I know, right?
That's the US side right there.
It's the perfect combination of like both of
100%.
Of both worlds.
Fire.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, big shout out to everybody watching, everybody supporting Libianca, of course. I want to throw out some names, and you give me like your first reaction, a sentence, whatever comes to your mind when I throw the names.
Okay.
It's artists. This is cool stuff. If I tell you her.
Did you hear that silence? Speechless.
Okay.
That woman's vocals, and she's hot as fuck. So, yeah.
I can certify that.
That's
okay.
What I think of, yeah.
What if I tell you J5?
J5, because I know him a little better, it's kind of funny. Dramatic, and very like, he expresses his individuality. You know, it's like, if he's just like, I think that's shit, I think it's shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's cool. Like, he's just very, very honest.
Okay.
Very honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I tell you an artist like SZA.
Like, low-key, I'm not even gonna lie, like, she gives me those type of vibes, like that girl that you break her heart and she just come and just bust your tires.
Oh yeah, don't play.
Put sugar in your tank and just walk away. That's what SZA is giving me.
Okay.
Big hair. Yeah.
Okay. What if I tell you Chris Brown?
Chris Brown.
Oh wow.
All I have in my head is like the "excuse me, miss." It's like the dance. Versatile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Jack of all trades.
Absolutely. If I tell you an artist like Burna Boy.
Burna Boy, don't fucking play with me. That's what I feel like. If you play around with Burna Boy, you will really get slapped. You know what I mean? Like, you will really get slapped. So yeah, that's kind of what I get from him. Yeah, just don't play with me.
Of the big voices, like putting Afro music, putting the stamp on the world.
For sure.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
If I tell you Kanye West.
Free fucking spirit. Regardless of if he's going to get chewed down by society or if it's going to be accepted by society, he's always a free spirit. Always has been. And I respect that.
A true artist.
Yeah.
True artist at heart, just like yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for spending time with us.
Thank you for having me.
Really
this
appreciate
is really
you coming.
fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I mean, it's really dope when we get to connect with artists really making major moves on a worldwide level. It's really cool that you took the time to kick it with us. And I mean, I wish you good luck on the show and on all the rest of your endeavors. Hopefully we get to sit again.
Thank you very much. And yes, I do hope so too, because this place is nice too. You got the drums and shit. I might bring my band over here and just,
man, we might vibe out right now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Big
Thanks.
love. Once again, vous savez déjà qu'est-ce qui se passe. You already know what it is, man. Your boy J7 signing out on the spot with the legendary Libianca.
Oui, c'est vrai. À bientôt.